that can be used for both elevated beamforming as well as the azimuth based beamforming technique. So these are the aspects that you can work on. And you can also work on beam management. So beam management is basically, suppose I am driving a car. My car, the mobile phone inside my car is getting signal from a particular service station or from a particular base station. Now once my distance changes, the base station has to automatically switch. Now sometimes there is a delay in switching of the base station. So that delay of switching the base station can be effectively handled if you are using beam management. But for that beam management, you need AIML algorithms to constantly keep on tracking which is the best base station that can serve a mobile phone at a particular point of time. So that is in general. So that is beam management. So all of this is possible with AIML based approaches. Physical layer cybersecurity is widely improved. Physical layer cybersecurity is widely improved using your physical layer cybersecurity is widely improved using the AIML based approaches. So we are using channel taps basically here. So all of you know that due to the open nature of communications in satellite wireless, there is a main channel and there is a wiretap channel. So out of the main channel and the wiretap channel, the wiretap signal is received by a EVE or a decoder. So that decoder can only detect if the signal is completely available to it. But if we are training a DNN model, it has been observed that even if the entire DNN model is available to the wiretap channel, then also the signal cannot be properly detected by the EVE or the eavesdropper. So that is a very important aspect in AIML based cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is evolving with the incorporation of AIML in machine learning. Now this is the comparison between statistical and AIML based approaches. So I had already mentioned that some researchers, specifically from the conventional sciences, have reservations on the use of AIML because we think we have a notion that once AIML based approaches come into the picture, the conventional statistical approaches will go away. But this slide, the summary of this slide is basically that AIML approaches have come in only to aid the statistical approaches. That is, in any AIML based problem definition, there will be a part assigned to the AIML and there will be a separate part assigned to the statistical measurements. The statistical measurements which were earlier happening standalone, they will be now supported intelligently by the AIML based approaches. Wherever statistical modeling stops or limits or cannot function, there the AIML model will come into the picture, because the AIML models normally they cannot model very hard problems, or sorry, the statistical frameworks cannot model very hard problems, whereas AIML can model any level of architecture, a complete hidden layer, and that is getting aided to that is giving a trigger to fitting model parameters. I have written a blog named fitting model parameters. So what is basically that fitting model parameter? It is a statistical model, as our resource person from mathematics would agree. This is a Markov model basically, a hidden Markov model which is purely statistical. Now that statistical model is actually getting the trigger from the DNN model. So a realistic communication is always an integration between AIML and the statistical or Markov approaches. So we cannot remove the Markov model also, because that would lead to incomplete problem definition. At the same time, we cannot remove the AIML also, because it helps the Markov model to optimize its weights basically. So this is the hidden layers, and that is going to the fitting model parameters. So this is a AIML integrated with Markov model for next generation communications. This was a work that we published along with one of my senior colleagues in one IEEE Q1 journal, the IEEE Access, where we integrated the statistical work with the AIML based approaches. So here we have basically in the block diagram, if you see, or the system model, we have initially modeled the millimeter wave channel, which is the 5G channel, as a baseband channel. After that, we are implementing that as a Kronecker correlated channel where we are introducing correlations, and that correlation we are then optimizing as a minimally correlated or equicorrelated model. So there we are using the AIML based approaches. So that is one structure, and this is another work by D. Silva, which is published in Journal of Wireless Communication Network. So there, if you see that yellow colored block, it is PCA. Anybody here knows the full form of PCA? What is the full form of PCA? Principal Component Analysis, which is a very important and a statistical analysis approach in your image processing and communication applications, and it is a purely statistical approach. So normally PCA is a statistically defined statistical measurement tool, but here they are implementing that PCA as a MS-PCA, where that MS-PCA is basically a 4-layer DNN architecture. So as I was telling that the conventional statistical tools are now being implemented using the 4-layer or 5-layer DNN architecture. So this is a live example of that. Basically, this is published in Journal of Wireless Communication Networks 2022. This was our paper that I was speaking about. So I have done that entire mathematical modeling. This I purposefully kept it because the theme of the conference is mathematical sciences. This was published down in 2024. At that stage also, the publication that was accepted by the IEEE after a number of rigorous reviews. You can see here I have modeled the channel. You can see purposefully I put it directly from the paper. So you can see that I have put the channel tap equations where I have modeled the channel taps in terms of some steering vectors or some matrices. And those matrices you can see from there I am deducing the closed form expressions for the performance in equation number 70 and also in equation number 80, which is basically the error or the reliability performance measures. So that we are analyzing here. So this is completely rigorous mathematical implementation, but after doing that, the optimization of the performance that we are doing, for that we are using the AIML based approaches. Rather than following the direct path of training the data directly, we are following the equations, and from the equations we are modeling the optimization procedures, and there we are incorporating AIML based approaches. So for all the budding researchers here or the students, you should remember that in any problem definition that you are tackling, the main focus of your work is to understand that mathematical dimension will be at its own place, and that mathematical approach has to be optimized using your computational techniques. That is the key aspect that I want to mention. And from there, we could derive the further derivations. I am not going into those. We could get very good results. We could get very low values of simple error rate, which is reliability parameters in physical layer. And we could do it for a number of SNR values in the range of very low SNRs like -20 to -10 dB, where we are having underwater communication, satellite communications. We could get very achievable rates of SCR. So, and we compared our results with number of algorithms and architectures, and it was found that our results were much better as compared to the existing models. So that is one approach. So this is about AIML based approaches. So with AIML, how the world is evolving, for that I have put one video. So if I request the coordinator, if you can kindly play the video. In interest of time, we will keep the video short so that I can cover more. I request all to watch this video. AIML will change your next generation of wireless communications.
Imagine a world where your device is not just connected, but intelligently anticipates your needs. Welcome to the future with 6G and AI. As we stand on the brink of a technological revolution,
Video is not changing.
6G promises to transform how we interact
Please
with
check.
the world around us. But how do we harness its full potential? thanks to artificial intelligence. Imagine a world where your device is not just connected, but intelligently anticipates your needs. Welcome to the future with 6G and AI. As we stand on the brink of a technological revolution, 6G promises to transform how we interact with the world around us. But how do we harness its full potential? Thanks to artificial intelligence. With 6G, we encounter challenges like unprecedented data volumes and the need for ultra-reliable connectivity. AI steps in as the game changer, offering solutions that redefine communication. Imagine AI-driven networks that optimize themselves in real time, ensuring seamless connectivity even in densely populated areas. Or picture AI algorithms that enhance data transmission efficiency, making delays a thing of the past. Let's delve into practical applications. In smart cities, AI and 6G could manage traffic flows autonomously, reducing congestion and improving safety. For healthcare, think of AI-powered remote surgeries with real-time feedback, breaking geographical barriers.
Japan has already conducted
AI
a remote surgery using AI/ML. So that is shown here as
By
well.
analyzing vast data sets collected through 6G networks, AI can provide insights into climate change patterns, aiding global conservation efforts. As we explore these possibilities, it's clear that AI isn't just an add-on for 6G. It's an essential pillar that supports its structure. Together, they form a synergistic duo, driving innovation and unlocking new horizons. In conclusion, the integration of AI and 6G isn't just about faster speeds or better connectivity. It's about creating a smarter, more responsive world. As we prepare for this next leap in wireless technology, the possibilities are truly endless, and the future is within our reach. Stay tuned as AI and 6G reshape the world as we know.
Yeah, coordinators can please close down the
AI
video.
and 6G.
Okay, so this is the key takeaway from this particular video, that we should not think that AI/ML is just an add-on to the next generation of wireless communications. Rather, AI-based transmitters and AI-based receivers are now the backbone or an integral part of your communication model. And with that only, the next generations of communication will evolve. If future we talk about 7G, Japan is already talking about 7G. That entire structure is dependent upon the computational aspect that today our resource person from Malaysia was saying, that is super artificial intelligence, where the artificial intelligence would be such that it could almost match the cognitive intelligence of a human being. As of now, AI is not so intelligent, it cannot match the cognitive intelligence. But already algorithms are in place where we are trying to match the super cognitive intelligence of human beings, and 7G would be completely dependent upon that. So this is about the first part of the lecture, that is basically the AI/ML based approaches in wireless communication. But as I told you, it is not alone sufficient to develop AI/ML based algorithms alone for communication technologies. It is also very important to parallelly develop the hardware or the realization platform where the communication can actually take place, or the signal processing, signal acquisition can actually take place. And that approach is basically the hardware approach, that is the quantum computing or the quantum hardware that we need to do. This is the second technology that is actually revolutionizing the entire communications or networking paradigm in the future. So as all of us know, the quantum communication or quantum aspect, it came into the picture from Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, as I have shown in the picture on the bottom from Shutterstock actually. So there you can, all of us know that the atomic model says that our existence is basically particle nature partly and it is wave nature partly. So if our existence is wavy partly and particle nature partly, that is we have dual existence, how can your machines or how can your computers decide something in a binary logic, that is zeros and ones? They have to also decide things as a gray or as a fuzzy sort of a decision. I should not use the word fuzzy, but a gray area sort of a decision. That is basically what the quantum idea is about. That if I am tossing a coin, the decision will be either 0 and 1 once it falls into my hand. But what is the decision of the coin when the coin has been tossed up and it is in the air rotating? whether it is 0 or 1. What can you say? The answer would be it is neither 0, it is neither 1, or rather it is a mixture of zeros and ones. If we form our hardware, the electronic hardware such that everything is decided in between 0 and 1, then that is the quantum computational hardware. And that particular thing is basically this. If you see, then these are the classical states where everything is either a 0 or a 1, whereas in the quantum states, it's about a sphere where you have number of dots and each of those dots represent either 20% 1, 80% 0, or 60% 0, 40% 1. So if you are deciding your entire decision theory or decision hardware, if it is aligned that way, that is the quantum theory. To put to you in a very, very simple language. To understand quantum computing, I have put in a video here. If you can please, this is a story about two friends. Please watch this and you can understand quantum concept in using this video. Please.
Dave and Ryan are two computer engineers and best friends who decide to play the game of flip the coin on Dave's computer, with the computer being the opponent, and Ryan decides to observe this game. The computer plays the first move, but Dave doesn't know what it was, either heads or tails. Now on his turn, he can either choose to flip the coin or not, and similarly, even if his results will not be revealed to the computer. Now, again the turn goes to the computer, and after playing a few rounds, the computer reveals the result. While observing all this, Ryan says, "Hey, do you know that there is only a 50% chance that either of you will win?" Dave got curious. He asked how he knew. Ryan explained that it's a computer, and he just tried to analyze its moves. But suddenly, he says, "What are your chances if you play the same game on a quantum computer?" Dave was confused and asked, "What is a quantum computer, and how is it different?" Quantum computers are advanced machines inspired by quantum physics, the study of the behavior of atoms and particles. So, quantum computers operate by studying and controlling the behavior of these particles, which in a way completely is different from our regular computers, or even supercomputers. It is an upgraded and powerful version of these computers, but not exactly the next generation computers. Like binds, you cannot build a better bind just by building and adding more and more cycles together, although they both share almost the same function. Dave further questions, how does it work? Ryan comes forward and explains to Dave that while playing flip a coin, his computer took heads and tails as bits of 0 and 1, and depends on only these two results. While the quantum computer, on the other hand, will also have these possibilities, including the possibility of a mixture of both heads and tails, like 0 and 1, for example, with some portion of 0 and some portion of 1. And due to this fluid possibility, it increases the chances of you losing the game.
I request the coordinator to please stop at this point. Please pause it. Yeah, so this is quantum computing explained in one line or one picture. On the left you can see a head is a 0 and the tail is a 1. And on the right hand side you can see the quantum regime where a head or a tail is basically a set of possible portions or possible states in between zeros and 1. And if your entire hardware does not operate as on the right and rather starts operating like this as on the right hand side, then that is the quantum hardware basically. In interest of time, we'll switch to the next slide. You can stop. So I'll share the slide so that you can watch the entire videos. Your teachers will be sharing it with you. So quantum communications are also revolutionizing the quantum AI based aspects actually. So the artificial intelligence definition or how AI algorithms are being written is also revolutionized using the quantum AI approaches. So in any quantum AI approach, you would have an algorithm. Here I have put the most simple sum square algorithm, that is summation x square, that would pass through a quantum channel. Mind it, whenever quantum hardware is developed, the channel or the propagation medium has to be a quantum channel. It cannot be a regular conventional channel. Now that would pass through a quantum CPU. Why I am saying quantum CPU is because my CPU itself will change. It will no longer be 0 and 1 CPU, rather it will be a quantum CPU, as I have already discussed. And from there, it will go, and that quantum CPU will trigger a neural network model, which is basically a DNN based model, and that DNN based model will trigger the entire operation or the entire application that you are trying to develop. That application can be biometric recognition, that application can be autonomous vehicle, that application can be almost anything that you would wish to apply in your modern day smart systems. So, but the common structure or the basic architecture will be the one as I have shown on the right, on the left hand side of this particular screen. So this is the basics of quantum AI. Quantum intelligence can be categorized into multiple subclasses. The broad three classes are shallow intelligence. Shallow intelligence basically means where you are only using statistics and you are not going into the in-depth. So that is shallow intelligence. It can be statistical inference, it can be recognizing patterns. Deep intelligence will be if based on symbols or based on some explanations, if our machine can detect some particular pattern in the data. So that is deep intelligence. And abstract intelligence is the modern day intelligence that is coming up now with the aspects of generative AI. So generative AI is basically we are triggering the AI system constantly with some input, and based on that it is giving you updated inferences. So that is basically your abstract intelligence. So we have shallow intelligence, deep intelligence, and abstract intelligence. This was another video. I would skip this in the interest of time. As all of us know about quantum AI, so all of us should also realize that at the implementation level, we will have a machine learning algorithm which will be triggered by quantum based approaches. So just like your machine learning is a subdomain of AI, similarly, quantum machine learning is also a subdomain of the quantum AI. So that is what is reflected in this particular figure. And also on the bottom you can see inside quantum machine learning there will be a subdomain which is basically the quantum deep learning. And our focus or our target area in wireless communications is all about quantum deep learning. We are not focusing only on quantum machine learning, but rather on the specific sub area which is the quantum deep learning. So that is the any researchers or any students here willing to work in communication should focus on learning quantum deep learning architectures or quantum deep learning algorithms basically. There is a recent trend with the evolution of quantum, because as all of us know, quantum hardware basically means hardware which is having numerous number of possible states and not just two states. So with that, there is a algorithmic difference coming up in recent research as shown in this particular journal, the Entropy Journal 2021, and also in one popular magazine, that is the Digital Ocean. So that is about federated quantum machine learning. Federated quantum machine learning means you are not processing your entire algorithm on a single node, but rather your processing is happening on decentralized nodes, and that decentralized processing where you have both local parameters as well as global parameters, that is basically the federated quantum machine learning approach. So wherever your quantum machine learning goes decentralized across different nodes, that is basically the federated machine learning. So this is one of the hot trends in communication related applications, specifically in the higher layer communications where we are dealing with secrecy sort of aspects like blockchain, machine learning for blockchain. We are trying to go for federated quantum machine learning. There can be number of, as I have already shown in the AI/ML based approaches, in quantum also, quantum applications cover almost all the 6G applications or the communication applications, starting from physical layer applications to quantum error correction codes to quantum decision theory, game theory. The entire game theory aspect was earlier developed based on binary decision. But now with quantum hardware, even the game theory will get changed and will evolve to a quantum game theory based approaches. So this is a overall diagrammatic representation of what are the different target areas when you use quantum inside your wireless communications or wireless network. So these are the broad areas basically. This is also quite same. This is just categorizing the same thing. Just a minute. Yeah. So after this, we are having one video. So I request you to play this. This is you can observe how quantum hardware is actually developed inside the laboratory. This is one of the Australian laboratory videos. Australian Research Council Center of Excellence. They developed the quantum computation hardware, physical hardware.
There is a global race to develop quantum communication networks with ultra-secure encryption over long distances. One of the objectives of these networks is to link up quantum computers currently in development around the world. Our team is looking on the foundations of a secure global quantum internet using satellite communication network.
Laser satellite communication will be increasingly important in the coming years. It offers very high bandwidth and it doesn't take up any more of the radio frequency spectrum currently used in broadcast and wireless networks, which are already very congested. It also provides a method to ensure the security of the quantum network, using quantum key distribution to encrypt information. This method has already had some success in transmitting quantum states. We are developing the underlying quantum technologies and protocols to enable secure communication over large distances. To achieve this, we're exploring space-based quantum links and quantum repeater networks.
We have developed quantum key distribution protocols that are optimized for ground-to-satellite free space links and protocols that can operate in an environment that experiences unpredictable conditions, such as varying cloud cover, air turbulence, and atmospheric scintillation. Likewise, quantum components must be able to survive launch shock, temperature variations, and radiation in space.
Our center is developing quantum sources of light, quantum storage devices, electro-optic encoders, and other quantum technologies that can operate in the space environment. In 2019, we studied the effects of radiation on two-dimensional materials. This included atomically thin transistors and single photon sources required for satellite-based long-distance quantum key distribution. Our study showed that these materials not only survived, but in some cases they thrived in a space environment. These results provide new options for the key components for spacecraft quantum communication.
A worldwide challenge is to extend the range of secure communication.
So in interest of time, I am cutting the video short again. You could understand and you are seeing this structure. So when we are talking about quantum bits, bit is a very small thing, right? In our senses, 0 or a 1. To implement that 1, 0 or 1 or the in-between combination of 0 or 1, they need this type of a big chamber. I think all of you are seeing this chamber here. This structure that you can see, this one. This entire big structure is only for developing a few qubits. So the entire, if we have to implement 10 qubits, it would, at today's architecture, it would occupy an entire room. So if any student or any researcher is willing to work towards quantum hardware development, core hardware development, then this is the research group to contact. This is Australian Research Excellence Center. They are located in Melbourne. So, and the professor that you saw, he is the person to contact, Dr. Giovanni. He is the leading pioneer in developing quantum hardware. Moving on, as they were mentioning in the video, the key aspect of quantum is QKD. QKD stands for quantum key distribution. Okay, QKD stands for quantum key distribution. This is what actually enables the quantum chain. Normally, whenever you are sharing a secret key with from the transmitter to the receiver, what happens is any eavesdropper or hacker, he or she can easily extract that quantum key or easily extract that security key. But instead of it, if you are sharing a secret quantum key, then what happens? That quantum key keeps on changing constantly based on the radiation or based on the sensitivity of light or the photon radiation that is incident. So even if the intruder or the hacker has the quantum key of 1 minute ago, the next minute down the line, that quantum key will change and he or she will lose track of the actual key and will not be able to detect your data. And that is why quantum keys are so very important. It is very, very important that quantum keys be integrated to your regular communication architecture, because the security would increase many a fold time as compared to your regular PN generator keys or the security keys that are already available. So that is QKD. It helps in the quantum. It helps in securing the quantum channel as compared to the classical channel. Quantum key distribution is also used in the optical communication, whether it be wired optical communication or whether it be wireless optical communication based on light. So normally what happens is any optical communication site will have some wired parts and some wireless parts. So at the interface of the wired and wireless parts, we are adopting the quantum key based architectures. The quantum key based architectures are not used in the wired part or in the wireless part. They are used in between. The interface part between the wired section and the wireless section is developed using the quantum key. And that is because in the most susceptible part, or the part that is most susceptible to an attack by a hacker is the interface between the wired and the wireless channel. So in between that, the quantum key distribution based codes are placed so that the security can be increased. It is also used in resource allocation for satellite based networks, as has been shown here in IWCMC publication of 2020. So here you can see the different satellites that is at the lower Earth orbit level. They are tagged by these yellow colored pitches. These yellow colored patches are basically nothing but the quantum key distribution. So these are basically the QKD distribution. So all the satellites are tagged to each other using unique QKDs. So an intruder, even if he tries to hack, he or she will not be able to hack it, basically. We have used quantum key distribution for smart city estimation in Guwahati. This is one of our projects. My hometown is Guwahati. There we have implemented the smart city based traffic network optimization using quantum key based distribution, and we have obtained very encouraging results. These are presently under this work is under consideration in one of the SCI index journals. We are already having the preliminary acceptance of the journal. These are the results of that, where we can see that our design has much better results as compared to the previous generation results or the previously proposed designs. We have also done the benchmarking with respect to 5G and 6G standards and found that our results are in standard with the different paradigms or different standards in place. The publications are already cited below. This is another work from our research group on the QKD based satellite communications, where we are encrypting the images for the image security. So you can see here, this is the key exchange method. This on the right side we have the encryption method, and you can see we are encrypting the image layer by layer in the different planes, in the red plane, green plane and blue plane, and further we are then decrypting the results to get back the original images layer by layer. And on the right hand side you can see we have done the performance comparison also and the performance benchmarking also with respect to the IEEE standard, that is P3172 post quantum cryptography standards. And we have found that the benchmarking shows that our system gives results which are in the acceptable range, or rather in a very good light of the acceptable range. QKD is used in terahertz communication channel estimation. This is another work that is proposed by Mackay's group, which is an IEEE transaction paper. This is another work by the on Doppler frequency, where for Doppler frequency estimation, quantum architecture or quantum AI can be used for precision estimation. And quantum AI ML can also be used for generative AI based MIMO design, or the MIMO based designs that is QAIML can be used so that we can have very good performances or self-optimized designs, and we can have the necessary graphical representations of a better nature using the quantum AIML for the MIMO design. So this is generative AI based on the quantum based approaches. Why I am saying, or why we are discussing so much on quantum and so much on quantum AIML? Now let me come to the basic point. Why we are studying? Basically we are studying for our jobs, right? That is the main focus. So we should know what is today's landscape in India regarding quantum, regarding AIML. So all of us, I guess, know that India has launched the National Quantum Mission, that is the NQM, where they are trying to develop 50 to 1000 qubits in a span of 8 years. And under this, a number of funds and number of proposals and number of jobs will be lent out in the near vicinity. A total investment from Government of India, DST, of worth around 6,000 crores has been outlaid. And under this, a number of lab facilities for quantum technology development are being developed. So this is nationwide. And since you belong to the southern part of the country, this is what is going on in your nearby or in your neighborhood. That is the government of Andhra Pradesh. They have already proposed and already started the Amravati Quantum Valley. That is a technical upside. So they are developing a quantum valley under which the entire quantum technologies under National Quantum Mission, a large part of it would be developed. And there they have already conducted one preliminary workshop, and they hope to have an investment of 1 billion crores for development of quantum technology in Amravati. So definitely this will be of keen interest to all our researchers and students here, because it is happening very nearby. This is one of the technological upsides. Since I am from Assam, I would also like to focus upon the fact that, as I had told in the inaugural, that our government has already developed one project for a semiconductor testing facility in Jaggi. This is the planned structure. This will be coming up from Tata Electronics by the beginning of 2026. And number of diploma and BSc and MSc computer science and electronics engineers will be necessary for deployment in this type of organizations for semiconductor testing and semiconductor packaging. So I would also request some authorities here maybe to start or think about introducing some semiconductor related courses here, because although this plant will be set up in Assam, but the human resource requirement will be from the entire country. It will be a huge requirement. Only 2 days back, our government had a meeting where the requirement projected was as huge that even 10 states like Assam could not produce annually. So they would be recruiting from all parts of India. So this would be a game changer actually. And also a similar plant has already been set up in Gujarat by Tata Electronics. The same kind of work will go on. So these are the recent paved pathways. One is the Amravati Quantum Valley project. The other is this Tata Semiconductor Electronics plant in Jaggi Road as well as Gujarat. I am focusing on Jaggi Road because I hail from Assam. That is one. And to finish down the thing, just I want to show you, if you can start the video. This is what we want to see by 2030, where we want our technologies to move.
Hey
by
everyone,
2030.
let's dive into the future of connectivity beyond 5G. We're talking about lightning fast speeds, smart networks, and even internet in space. Buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. First up, 6G. Yep, that's right, the 6th generation of wireless technology. Expected around 2030, 6G is going to make 5G look like dial-up. We're talking speeds up to 1 terabit per second. That's like downloading 100 movies in the blink of an eye. And with super low latency, think instant responses and real-time holographic communication. Imagine having a holographic chat with your friends, just like in sci-fi movies. Next, let's shoot for the stars with satellite and space-based internet. Companies like Starlink, Amazon Kuiper, and OneWeb are launching low Earth orbit, or LEO satellites to provide global internet coverage. This means high-speed internet, even in the most remote areas on Earth. And it doesn't stop there. NASA and private companies are working on interplanetary internet, connecting Mars, the Moon, and beyond. Crazy, right? But wait, there's more. AI-driven networks are on the horizon, and they're set to revolutionize how we connect. These networks will self-optimize, predict maintenance needs, and manage traffic intelligently. Imagine a world where your internet connection is always at its best, without any hiccups. Now let's talk about the Internet of Everything, or IoT. This is the evolution of IoT, connecting not just devices, but everything around us. We're talking smart cities with AI-driven networks, neural interfaces for brain-to-computer communication, and seamless integration of machines. The future is looking pretty smart, huh? And don't forget about underwater and underground networks. 6G will integrate underwater communication, enabling smart ocean monitoring and exploration of the deep sea. Plus, underground connectivity will include mining, disaster response, and deep earth exploration. It's connectivity that goes beyond just the surface. Lastly, let's touch on quantum communication and computing. Quantum internet will use quantum key distribution for ultra-secure data transfer. That means unhackable communication. And with quantum computing, you'll see real-time processing of complex data like never before. Oh, and don't forget about terahertz and optical wireless communication. Terahertz wireless will push data transfer speeds through the roof. And Wi-Fi, which uses LED light for internet, will be faster and more secure than Wi-Fi. The possibilities are endless. So there you have it. The future of connectivity is mind-blowing, from ultra-fast 6G to space-based internet and beyond.
Yeah, you can
What excites you the most?
close this down.
Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for...
Yeah, so with this you can see that the horizon of communications and allied technologies, specifically in line with AI/ML and quantum, and also number of other technologies, holographic communication, underwater communications. So if somebody is interested in working in communications, you can just name it and you have the technology where you want to work on in the coming span of around 7 to 8 years. So it's a very broad and widely developing field that way. This is our, I'm just at the end of the presentation. These are our collaborative groups, our students, both from the diploma as well as from the UG programs. We have our Indian collaborators from Guwahati University, from Barakville Engineering College, Sribhumi. We have abroad collaborations with University of South Florida. If some student would be interested, then we can obviously discuss and work together. We have some other collaborations with Chandigarh Engineering College, Manipal University, many other reputed government institutions, Assam Engineering College, NIT Silchar. We have it with UEL London and the University of Jayawardhanapura, Sri Jayawardhanapura, Sri Lanka. These are, with this I come to the end of my talk. These are my contact details. If somebody wants to contact me, I am available on LinkedIn, ResearchGate, also Google Scholar. My special thanks to the principal or the director of BTS, Dr. Karthika, for her invitation, for all the organizing members of this conference and the co-organizers at the Asia Pacific University. So thank you to all. Thank you so much. If any questions are there, I would love to answer the questions for you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah, please. In a short span of time that I was given, I have tried to cover, this is a very broad field, I have tried to cover the different areas in which work is going on presently. I hope I was able to contribute something significantly. If anyone wants to discuss anything else, we can discuss it offline. Yeah, please. Yeah.
quantum chip. How
Yes.
can
Yeah.
supercomputer, how many time for an hour, many seconds for an to solve for an supercomputer? Quantum chip.
Quantum chip.
Yeah.
Hours, essentially, see, if you ask me what is the numbers, it's very difficult at this point of time for me to mention. But I can mention you the scale with which it is developing. The scaling would be that per 1,000 bits, you can expect that much of processing to be carried out by only one qubit, because one qubit has that much amount of coverage.
No, sir. No.
Yeah.
LEO,
LEO, yeah.
low Earth orbit,
Low Earth orbit.
geographical Earth orbit,
Yes.
supercomputer for quantum chip,
Okay.
one supercomputer was solved about 5 minutes for 2 problems solved. Supercomputer.
Okay, okay. Okay, so that you are saying basically in terms of the numbers.
Yeah.
Is, I am basically talking in terms of the scale, because to put it in a number, like I would need some reference. I would need some like concrete reference for that. If you have a reference, it's quite good. Definitely that would be one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
National quantity machine already yeah. Google Quantum AI, Google Quantum AI lab.
Yeah.
Means
Google Quantum AI. Yeah, Google Quantum AI Lab is basically means your while you are considering the laboratory that I have shown, the Bell Labs as well as the Nokia, they are collaborating. So there Google also has a partnership. Google Quantum AI would basically mean that Google is already having their AI-based platforms where you have the different Google applications that are there available. So in there they are incorporating the quantum-based algorithms to further develop their problems, further develop their performance.
okay, you can. This is for your research purpose. Yeah, right now.
I didn't get you.
This is your conference, your research paper. Yeah, right now.
Not all of this. Some of them are my research papers. Some are collection of research papers from some different sources,
Fine.
which are relevant to this theme. Actually. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
You have to quantum algorithm. Can you any use for quantum
So you
algorithm?
are asking about the quantum algorithm.
Yeah.
So you can have, if you are talking about quantum algorithm, suppose I have to touch on one domain. If I touch on encryption, then we have the QAES. You have heard about AES encryption algorithm. So parallel to that, we have the quantum version, QAES version for quantum encryption. Now, if you talk about channel estimation, if I go to channel estimation, the algorithms that were previously used, that were zero forcing algorithms. That is conventional statistical zero forcing algorithms. Now those have been replaced or are researched as to be Q7, that is quantum-based zero forcing approaches, where the zero forcing is not as per classical architecture, but rather as per the quantum-based qubit architectures. Yeah.
Quantum technology, quantum computing, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, quantum cloud, quantum AI, Google Quantum AI Lab have to quantum time variance. Can you explain? Quantum time variance.
This question is not clear.
Quantum technology, quantum computing, quantum AI. Somebody for quantum for supercomputer to be problem solver. Time variance. You have to research for time variance.
For time means you are asking about the time, right?
Time
See,
variance.
the first challenge in that is, if you are asking about time variance, you are asking about execution time, right? Presently, the challenge in quantum computing in Indian context, I say, is not even that.
Your time variance.
Yeah, time variance.
Yeah.
Because what I am saying, we don't even have the necessary hardware that you need to deploy your algorithm for testing the time variance. Because the traditional quantum mission, you would have seen the pillar. What they have mentioned? They have mentioned they want to develop in next 8 years around 5,000 quantum computers. Around 5,000 quantum. Yeah, it's fine. 5,000 quantum computers. Why? Because qubits are not available with us. That is the major problem. Yeah, the qubits are not available with us. Since it is not available, that is why.
Okay,
So
so
sorry
thank
for
you.
the interruption. We'll share
Thank you.
sir's mail ID if you have any queries.
Sure,
you can-
Fine.
We can discuss offline. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your profoundly inspiring words. Your address has not only enlightened us, but has also elevated the stature of this session.
யாரும் பார்க்கல.
As we wrap up this insightful conference at IAS, we would love to hear your thoughts and feedback. We are privileged to invite a few participants to share their impressions and insights on ICCSA in 2025, focusing on computational sciences and applied mathematics interference. Feedback will spotlight conference highlights, learning outcomes, and suggestions for future editions. Participants, please come forward to share your feedback.
வணக்கம். I am R. Karthikeyan, Karunya Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. Congratulations to the institution's accomplishments. And we are also aware that conducting a conference is not an easy process. You have to prepare for the conference, you have to select the venues, and also having a good team. Moreover, we need a good time with the team. So I congratulate IAS for conducting a good conference for one day. And also, I really enjoyed that one day, and it will be memorable in my mind for all of my years. And also, I think all the fellow participants and students also enjoyed the innovative lectures and presentations given by the students. And I wish the IAS should conduct more events like that in the future. And I once again thank all the organizing team and IAS students, scholars, and innovative speakers, all of them. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable feedback, sir.
Good evening to all of you. The conference was informative and engaging. It was a valuable experience and that enhanced our knowledge and understanding. The presentations and discussions were exceptional, sir. And it was a great platform to connect with the big shots like Rahim sir, Amit Kumar sir and Bhattacharya sir. Thank you for explanations and guidance, sir. And overall, it offered a fresh perspective and a valuable takeaway. Thank you. Myself, Priyadashmi Rajkumar. I am from Velora College for Women. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your valuable feedback. Good evening, everyone. We now move forward to the concluding chapter of today's gathering, the valedictory function. This is the moment where we reflect upon the journey of this event, acknowledge the collective efforts behind its success, and bid it a graceful closure. We welcome all the dignitaries to the valedictory session.
Distinguished guests and participants of ICC SAM 2025, as we approach the valedictory function, we are privileged to have Dr. P. Kausalya ma'am, esteemed rapporteur of the conference, present the report of the conference. We look forward to Dr. P. Kausalya ma'am's comprehensive overview, capturing the essence of ICC SAM 2025's intellectual exchanges and outcomes.
Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais and dearmost participants, a very good evening to all and all here. As organizing secretary of the today's international conference on computational sciences and applied mathematics, jointly organized by our College School of Computing and Department of Mathematics in association with Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation, Malaysia, I am very happy to register today's conference report. The main objective of this conference, ICC SAM 25, encompasses a wide range of topics in computational sciences and applied mathematics, with a strong emphasis on interdisciplinary research across science, engineering, and technology. The conference aims to bring together researchers, professionals, and educators to discuss recent advancements, share innovative ideas, and explore emerging trends. Today, the inaugural session begins with the prayer song and lighting of the lamp and virtual lighting of the virtual lighting of the lamp. Dr. D. Karthika, Program Lead, School of Computing, gave a warm welcome to the members present at the conference. Dr. S.D. Chandrasekhar Sir, Secretary and Correspondent, Vellalar Educational Trust, delivered the presidential address. Dr. V.P. Nallaswamy, Principal, gave the felicitation address. The session commented with the AI-generated introduction to the chief guest. The conference proceedings was released by the invitees and was received by 3SD Chandrasekhar, Secretary and Correspondent of Vellalar Educational Trust. And today we comprise the three technical sessions. At the parallelly, the paper presentation session is going in three tracks. The technical session 1 was handled by Mr. Mahfaz Rahim, a senior lecturer from Asia Pacific University of Technology, Innovation and Malaysia. His keynote lecture on the AI Edge, NPL's role in smart business. And the technical session 2 was handled by Dr. Amit Kumar, Professor, Department of Mathematics, Tapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, Punjab, India, on the title Need of Fuzzy Numbers in Grading System. And the third session was handled by Dr. Sabhyakshi Bhattacharya, Assistant Professor from Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Bharat Valley Engineering College, Assam, India, on the title Role of Integrated Mathematical Modeling and Soft Computations in Next-Gen Wireless Communication Network. The conference paper presentation session is done by online tracks, which was chaired by Dr. M.W.P. Madhuranga, Senior Lecturer from Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, University of Sri Jetwanspur, Sri Lanka, and the offline session was handled by Dr. P.M. Gomati Ma'am, Associate Professor, Head and Dean, Department of Computer Science from PKR Arts College for Women, Gobi. And one more session, Math track, was handled by Dr. Tilagavadi, Assistant Professor of Mathematics from Erode Arts and Science College, Erode. I'm happy to share that around 217, that is 270 participants from various institutions like in and around Tamil Nadu, like Vellalar College for Women and VCET, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science and Technology, Kumaraguru Technology, and Sri Krishna Aditya College, Coimbatore, Dr. NGP College, Nanda Arts and Science College, Erode Arts and Science College, LRG College, Excel Engineering College, and Central University of Tamil Nadu and C College from Bangalore, Alagappa University, Karaikudi, and Karunya Institute of Technology and Science, Coimbatore, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Joy University, Tirunelveli, Kaivani Ammal College for Women from Viluppuram, NGM College, Pollachi, Congo Arts and Science College, Parks College, Tirupur, JCT College of Arts and Science, and Gobi Arts and Science, Thiruviyam College of Arts and Science, Karpagam College of Engineering, KPR Institute of Engineering Technology, and KPR Arts and Science, Sri Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya College of Arts and Science. So many colleges participants were presented in our second international conference. We are very proud. Around 20 faculty members from various colleges took part in this conference. Certificate of appreciation were presented to all the participants. So total about 700 participants were participated in this conference. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to report the results.
Thank you, ma'am, for the well-presented report. It beautifully captured the essence of our conference.
I invite the dignitaries to honor Dr. Gomati ma'am from PKR College of Arts and Science. I invite the dignitaries to present the appreciation certificate for the chief guest. With deep respect, I invite Dr. N. Kamraj Sir and ABD Vinod Kumar Sir from Sri Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya College for the paper presentation. Next, I invite Moses Duvistan Sir, Karthikeyan R. Sir, Selvamani R. Sir from Karunya Institute of Technology for the paper presentation. Next, I invite participants from PKR College, RVS College, Sri Shakti Institute of Engineering and Technology College, and Vivekananda College. First, I invite participants from PKR College. Participants from RVS College, come forward to receive the certificates. Sri Shakti Institute of Engineering College, Engineering and Technology College, come forward to receive the certificates. Next, Vivekananda College, come to receive the certificates. City Institute of Engineering and Technology College come forward to receive the certificates. Participants from Vivekananda College come forward to receive the certificates. Participants from Rathinam College come forward to receive the certificates. Participants from Rathinam College come forward to receive the certificates. As we draw the conference to a close, may I now invite Dr. V.P. Muthukumar Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology and Computer Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of School of Computing and Department of Mathematics, VT Institute of Arts and Science Co-Education College, it's my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks for the second International Conference on Computational Sciences and Applied Mathematics, ICC SAM 2025. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Secretary and Correspondent, Thiru S. Sandrasekhar Sir, and the Trustee Thiru C. Bala Subramanian Sir, for unwavering support and encouragement in making the international conference possible. And we also express our sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. V.P. Nalasamy Sir, and our Dean Administration and Student Affairs, Dr. S. Lokesh Sir, and the Director R&D, Dr. P.M. Palisamy Sir, for their continuous guidance, motivation, and steadfast commitments which greatly inspired and empowered the entire team throughout the planning and execution of this event. We express our heartfelt appreciation to our keynote speakers, Dr. Mafaz Ragib from Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation, Malaysia, and Dr. Amit Kumar Sir from Tapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, and Dr. Sabyaji Bhattacharya from Barak Valley Engineering College, Assam, for delivering thought-provoking sessions that have significantly enriched the knowledge base of our participants. We are also grateful to our session chairs, Dr. M.W.P. Madhuranga, Senior Lecturer, University of Sri Javadarapura, Sri Lanka, and Dr. P.M. Gomati, Associate Professor, Head and Dean, Department of Computer Science, PKR Arts and Science College, Koppissettipalayam, and Dr. Tilagavati Ma'am, AP, Assistant Professor, Erode Arts and Science College, for their valuable guidance, moderations, and constructive feedback during the plenary sessions. A special word of appreciation goes to our conveners, Dr. Karthika Ma'am, Program Lead, School of Computing, and Dr. C. Radhika Ma'am, Head, Department of Mathematics, and Dr. Prasad Sir, Head, Department of CS and CA, and Dr. Tamichavi Ma'am, Head, Department of IAS and AI, and Dr. K.S. Mohan Satya Ma'am, Head, Department of IT and CT, for their exemplary leadership, meticulous planning, and dedication in orchestrating this conference to perfection. Our sincere thanks to our organization secretaries, Dr. Kausalya Ma'am, Department of Mathematics, and Dr. Satya Ma'am, Department of Computer Science, and Dr. M. Prakash Sir, Department of IAS, and Mrs. Tamichavi Ma'am, Department of CSA, for their tireless efforts behind the scenes and ensuring the smooth conduct of all the sessions and logistics. We gratefully acknowledge the contributions of the Technical Committee, Advisory Board, faculty, staff, sponsors, student volunteers who worked with the dedication to make this event possible. And finally, we thank all research scholars, paper presenters, and delegates who have traveled from near and far and actively participated in making ICC SAM 2025 a truly vibrant platform for knowledge exchange and collaboration. As we conclude this conference, let us carry forward the spirit of research, innovation, and teamwork we have experienced here, and we eagerly look forward to welcoming you all again at the next edition of ICC SAM. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for delivering the vote of time and adding charm to this occasion.
To conclude the proceedings of ICC SAM 2025, we request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. Let us stand together to honor our nation and celebrate unity, respect and pride. I now invite Ms. M.N. Madhuprabha and team to sing the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जडति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष माहे